There we go. Right, okay. Lights, camera, action. Okay. These are stamps I haven't used yet, so we're going to use today. Let me get some tissue, because I think I might need a bit. Let's get myself set up. I'm a little early. We need a tissue though. You always need tissue, especially if there's water involved, eh? Okay, let's have a look. Let me just fold that in half. Get my scissors. Just while everybody's tuning in and all that to-doodles. Okay, there we are. Oh, dear me. Morning, Marion. Hope you're well. I'm just setting up, as you do. So I've got stamps I haven't used, so I want to incorporate them today. So that's what today is about. Let me just get a bit of tissue out, because I like to get some tissue ready. Morning, Trace. Morning. Is it Morel? Morel? Apologies if I'm saying that incorrectly. I'm concentrating on folding tissue, because I'm sure there's going to be water involved. Oh, as you do. I just never know how much water I'm going to involve. Oh, dear me. Oh, gosh. Anyway, I hope everybody's well. Sunday. Where is these weeks going to? Oh, my goodness me. The supermoon was amazing, if you were that way inclined. That's that done. There we go. I have lots of tissue. Let's put that out the way. Put it under there. There we go. Right then, yes, it was very, very fabulous day. Talking of that, speaking with Lucy, I'm going to be doing a Wednesday, 6 till 7 on Sweet Poppy Stencils page. So that's going to be regular. That's every week, unless I'm away. Then there won't be. Morning, Lou. So yeah, so there's things to be looking forward to. Got a few bits and bobs. Morning, Susan. I'm so glad you enjoyed yesterday. Thank you. Morning, Marjolaine. I thought, these are stamps I haven't used. I've tried, but not... morning, Susan. I thought, well, we're going to have a play around with it. I have used this one. I've had an idea, as you do. Morning, Jan. I thought, you know, today is the day where we mix and match stamps. So I am going to mix these with other stamps, with other mediums. So it's not like a set day. But I do want to, going through these, I definitely want to use a daffodil. The owl, yes. The owl's gorgeous. So's the crow. Mum's on the mend. Thank you very much for asking. I'm hoping, all being well, she's got results of her x-rays next week. I think it is. Was it the week after? And then we'll know where we are. New hip, new body parts, whatever. Everyone's saying wow to the owl. Morning, Agaith. So I think we'll play with the owl. I've got some wording as well. I have used this previously, but there's ones on there I haven't used. So this is where we play around with stuff we haven't used. Now, I have got some of the Stampscapes, and they are rubber, but I've mounted these. I've got the crow. Honestly, the crow's amazing. Love this crow. Boom. Love it. What I use is, let me try and find some. It's always the way when I want to try and say something to you guys. I can never find it. Somewhere in the midst of this room, I've got some backing. And basically, how I mount mine, if you go online on certain, the crow's gorgeous, the owl's gorgeous, everything's gorgeous. But we're going to use the owl. There is some brilliant backing card. Just look for backing or stamp mounting or anything like that. And this is really easy to cut, and it's really good. So if you do buy Kevin's rubber without them being, because they're so cheap, Money Michelle, they're so cheap for such good quality stamps, it's worth doing it. I know it's a bit of a pain when you got to start mounting them yourself, but it depends on what you want to do. So I've got these. I've stamped that out on just a piece of paper, and my God, the detail on that is unreal. And these rocks as well. I love his stuff. I'm going to get more. I'm going to put me a little order in and get me some more stuff. I mean, all these I haven't used it. I mean, look at these little diddly doodles. I mean, how brilliant's all that? I love it. And I love my trees, obviously. So let's move these out the way. You lot have already decided there's an owl involved. I do want to do something with daffodils. Why, I don't know. So let's do something with the owl. And where this it is, You guys must have, like, I was playing around with something earlier. Let me take them out the wrapper because the light reflection really annoys me. That's a bit better, I suppose. Oh, I don't know. That's just there, isn't it? Put that there. Let's put that over there. The daffodil might have to wait till another day. Right, so earlier on I was thinking about this, and I got this out and I thought, oh, what can I do? And I have actually, I'll tell a little lie, a little lie. I've actually taken off, and I've done this earlier. This was just me messing about on a piece of card. So this size card is, it's a B7 size. Okay, so morning Marie. And I just wanted to stamp it down, and then I stamped it very lightly with an old Nocturne VersaFine Clear pad, and then I've gone over it with, what did I go over it with? Let me show you. Just a Uniball broad, just a rollerball, permanent. Morning Ali. So for me, that's very tattoo-esque. So when it comes to like crows and goths, I'm very spiritual. I like gothic stuff. Hence all my tattoos and nonsense. So I come from that style of background. So we can incorporate the owl in a different way. And obviously this stamp, I just wanted to play around with it. But I had a thing in my head, daft as it is. God help you if you're ever in my head. But because you've all gone dibs. Morning Sarah. Oh, dear me. Morning again. I love it. You guys just crack me up. I love you to bits, honestly. Oh, and thank you for all your support yesterday by popping into Sweet Poppy Stencil and the Inspiration Day. I appreciate you joining the group and, you know, watching my live. So, you know, let's do it. There's going to be more going on in Sweet Poppy Stencil. So, you know, feel free to join me over there. Like I say, I'm going to be doing a regular Wednesday, 6 till 7, using all of their products with Sweet Poppy Stencils. So, Sweet Poppy Stamps, Sweet Poppy Stencils. I was kindly sent some of this pearlescent white, and I want to play around with it with this glitter. It's the Lavinia holographic, and it's got this lovely, and I have actually started something in my doodah. I'm glad you all before we start, let me just show you this, because I had the, you know, when you think to yourself overnight, I thought, oh, great day of inspiration. It was, Marie, it was fabulous. So I used obviously Sweet Poppy Stencil there, and then I used this beautiful fluorescent white. Now I have obviously gone over it with what did I use on it? I've used antique linen, old paper, and a little bit of shabby shutter, water splashed. And then I heat this. So I just got me what's it and heated this, and this was just this alone, and it bubbled up, right? We didn't set fire or anything like that. There was no danger. There was no naked fireman coming to mind, unfortunately. However, it bubbled up and it left this gorgeous effect, and that gave me an idea. Now I think you can just see that. So that was just me heating over, just thinking, oh, I'll just do a quick dry. But it gave such a wonderful effect. I've got a little bit of oomph, and I'm thinking, oh, a bit of glitter and a bit of this and a bit of that. So we might, if we've got time, I might play around with that later. So let me just I haven't added anything new to it, but let me just stretch that out, because a lot of firemen, oh no, God, not in my head they don't, Marie, trust me. Anyway, let me get myself out the gutter. How unlucky. No, honestly. Oh dear me. And then I woke up, sadly. It's okay. Right, then let's crack on. Honestly, I'll get myself into trouble so easily here. All right, then, let me get some card first of all. Right, well, 6x6 card. Now, obviously with this one was a smaller card, and I just got the stamp, you know me, no blonked it down. Didn't do a very, then I went over it. It gave me enough for me to go over it and pop it out. So I want to do something with that later. So that's part of that stamp. So when you've got a stamp and it's the A size, don't think that you've got to use it as that size. So let's play around with this today. Now, good morning, Trudy. I hope you're well, my darling. Susan, I like your dot. That's a very affectionate dot, I'm sure it is. You retracted your message. Did you not like your dot then? Damn. I thought it was quite a good dot, actually. Right, so Mr. Owl, I want to incorporate, I'm thinking maybe something like so. Yep, I'm with you, Susan. I'll get your dot. Yeah. I feel dotty sometimes. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, let's have him on the side. So I'm not going to use the whole stamp, but I am going to do him like maybe about so. So there is going to be a little bit of colouring in today, and it's whether or not I do pencils or zigs. Not sure. I'm not even sure whether I'm going to do you know something? I tell you what, let's go watercolour. I'm not, no, honestly, I'm not either. I don't know how I've survived this long in the world. That's all I'll say. Right, let me just get this. So I've got an old stamping block. And let's just, now, this might work and it might not work. So let's play around with some ideas. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Good God, we've got a visitor, folks.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all well.
Oh my God. Mum's just graced the efforts. My goodness me. Well, hello. How are you? You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today.
We've got a visitor, folks. It's only the old dear herself who only dropped by. Do you want to seat? Are you staying?
Well, I'm not staying, but I'll sit for a bit.
She's not staying, but she'll have a seat. Hello, Mum, everyone's saying.
Hello. Nice to hear you all anyway.
You can't hear her, Mum. Yeah, nice to hear you. It's sounding a bit like Bruce Forsyth then. Dearie me. Everyone says hello. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, it's the Mum show again now. That's it now, I've lost it. Right, I'm going to get truffle elements with Lavinia. So, bless. Everyone's saying I hope you're feeling better.
A lot better, thank you.
Bless you. I was just saying you got your results, so it's going to be an interesting one to see whether you need a bionic woman here. Mum have a cheeky biscuit. She's trying to lose weight because she's not been able to walk and get about. She seems to have put a few pounds on, so she's like dying. You know how it is with us lot. We put a pound on and that's the end of the world, isn't it? I've now come to the conclusion I don't care. And I've said to the other half, if I put some weight on, I put some weight on. You know, it's one of them. We all live as what we are. Morning, Diane. Right, so I have put on here, as you've seen, I've been chatting away and I've just cracked on with it. Marjolaine says hello.
Hello.
The Lavinia, now this is water based, yeah. So I'm going to put water on it and I'm going to move it around. However, I don't know what. Let me just hold on. Reverse, rewind. Let me put some paper down. I can see what's going to happen here before it's even happened. I'm going to end up in a mess. I can see it. None of you told me. You're all too busy saying hello to mother. What you like. Okay, so now I don't know how this is going to look. So we're going to do this one together. So let's just pop our lovely little owl here. Now then, where's the end of the card? I can't even see, but it's all right. We'll have a guess. There we go. Right, okay. Now, don't tell Dad, but I've still got his sanding block. He'll never notice it's gone anyway. So let's just pop that there a minute. Oh, hello, look at you.
Oh, wow, he's beautiful.
He's beautiful. Mum says, did you order your plastine? Listen, plastine, morph, me and morph. Oh, gosh, it's got to be done, honestly. I've got the Tony Hawk music whizzing round in my head. Now you've said that. Thanks, Diane. Because I can't even sing because you get told off. I love it. Right then, so that's our beauty there. Isn't he divine? So off that, let's pop him back on there so I know where he is. Otherwise, he'll end up getting lost with the fairies. We've got that there to do a little note. We could even mount that and possibly.
Pretty.
Yeah, well, that's the rest of the card, you see. And we could always add the flower part, just maybe up there. Oh, do you know something? I'm going to do that while we're talking. At least then, in fact, I'm going to be really naughty. I'm just going to stamp that corner. Let me get my black. This is where I'm doing 2 cards in one go here by the looks on it. And if it doesn't, let me just have a little bit of a stampy stamp. There we go. Here's my substantial. Oh, I choose my. Yes, I know, honestly. You always have to choose your words very carefully in life. Right, let me just pop him there. Let me move him out of the way a second. I just want, yeah, well, like that, I think. I just want that there. So let me just pop that on there. So it's always best if you can, when you buy your stamp, I mean, some of these stamps, you know, they're not cheap. There is a cost involved. So what you've got to think about is, oh, yeah, there you go. What you've got to think about is, can you utilise that stamp in other ways? I also like the text. Yes, the text is very good. Let me just clean me diddly-doo-dahs. There we go. So I look at the whole stamp and I break that stamp down, so I know, well, we've used his head, I've used 2 elements differently, and then like age is just a number, and don't forget to make memories. Now that would go really nice there, which it probably will do later. So in the meantime, let me just pop him over there out the way, because like I said, I've got something in my head and I want to pop it down on the card. So is your cup of tea nice?
Very nice, thank you. I'm going to go and do my vegetables now.
Oh.
I just thought I'd say a quick hello.
Oh, there you go then. She's off to do veggies, folks. So, you know, we'll let her do a bit then. Are you off then?
Yeah, because I've got to sort all my goodies out.
Oh, God. Oh, she's been to Bilston Market. Big box of paper, she said. You can bring it up and show me then. And we'll say whether it's any good up here.
Oh,
we'll do a tester. We can do a tester. There you go then. Fabulous. So everyone's saying bye, Mum. God, dear me. We're going to catch up with this. No problem at all, Susan. Right, everyone says see you later.
Yeah.
Okay. Right then. We'll put that there because we're going to put a nice sentiment on there. And we already know what we're going to put on there. It is going to be memories. So, yeah, bye, Mum. Bye. She's gone to Bilston Market and apparently she's brought some paper. Now, my paper and her paper are different. So, it's going to be interesting to see what her paper's like. Bless her cotton socks. I think we need to buy... Well, this is the thing, you see. This is what I love about Sundays. We can use whatever we like. We can mix and match. We can break things up. We're not upsetting anybody. Mummy's leaving the building. Yeah, I know. She'll be back in a minute. I think she's going to go and show me this paper. So we'll have a look at some paper in a minute. So let's just put that on there. Now, I am a bit on the squiff. So you ain't got to tell me. Do I care? No. There we go. Dead simple, really. So you ain't got... I'm not one of these crafters where it has to be millimetre perfect. You've probably gathered that by now with me. I'd rather just have fun making something than having to measure things out. However, when I look at things like that, I am a little bit, I wouldn't say I'm anal about it, but I am sort of, let me just bring that together. Now, if you know your pens, I know the broad was about that thing, it hasn't really done a big difference. Don't worry, Helen, there's no such word as light here. Clearing leaves. Leaves are fabulous this time of the year. Has anybody gone out, collected leaves and done some stamping with some ink on them yet? Oh my God, how fabulous is that? Love it. We've got no colour at all at that, and already that is looking fabulous. But we will put some colour. I'm going to put some nice watercolour splashes on that. Let's get back to this one. See, we're doing between two. We're dueling today. We're dueling. Could say we're jamming, but hey ho. We'll start a whole heap of things off again. Right then, so that's obviously I'm going to put what I've used here, just in case anybody says, "Oh, what have you used, Lee?" It's that. I haven't even used that on there. I've used that over here. So there you go. Right now, in my head, I've sort of, I've got, you know, like you see some sort of. Okay, where's all my stamps gone? Oh, there we go. I moved them for Mother because Mother was in the building. Let's have a look. Right then. Okay, so. Okay, I've got tree. We've got the moon. Yeah, maybe that. So obviously we've got a bird involved, so we need some trees and some foliage. So for that, let me see. I do like the look of that. Right then. I don't know what we're going to end up with, but we're going to have a go. So I need to see what this looks like. Cause let me just go in my box 1 second. Let me investigate 1 minute. No. Yeah, it must be that one then. Okay. It must be that one. I need to stamp that out. I want to see what that looks like. Yeah. Would it be great to share? Oh yeah, share ideas on here. That's what this is all about. Sharing's caring. I ain't precious. No, put your links on, do whatever on here. I don't care. I'm very much free spirit in the fact of, you know, we're all here together. Yeah, please share away. So this is the Winter Ash Medium, and this is licensed by the Stampscapes for Sweet Poppy Sweet Poppy stencil. Good price. I just want to see what it stamps like. So let me just, it's a bit smaller block. Maybe I should have gone a bit bigger, but I just want to, so I am going to use, I just want to see what it looks like. Because you know when you've got something in your head, it's got to sort of go with what you're thinking. So let me just have a diddle. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking we're all right with that. Yes, I'm liking the thought of that in my head. Okay. So before I put that down, I'm now going to just put a bit of water on our owl. I want to see what he's going to end up with, because I use the elements, and it's not permanent, so I didn't use a VersaFine Clear. I use the elements ink on this. So you add water, it's going to move. So let me just see what I'm going to do with our Mr. Owl. For starters, oh yay. Okay, I want him to go over here. Move these out of the way. Okay. Now, using a good quality card is your start of all. You can't go wrong by using something decent, okay? Please bear that in mind. Now, I like the way that this is moving out, so let me just get a bit of heat on this. And unfortunately, I've decided I am definitely a water baby. Oh dear. Let's dry that off. There's a new member, Debbie Jones, has joined. Oh, sorry, I missed that. You'll have to put something else on. Or put a dot. do a dot. Hello, new member. Whoever our new member was. Debbie Jones, maybe? I don't know. I forgot. It's all right. Oh, it'll kick in. Your brain will kick in somewhere along the lines. But when somebody else makes a comment, and I'll see it anyway, so hopefully I'll be able to... Oh, Lisa, new member that has joined, but comments flew up. Ah, gotcha, okay. Hello, Debbie Jones then. Now, is that a new member on here or a new member in Sweet Poppy? So, you'll have to be more precise with a new member. If it's a new member on here, welcome. I like new members. It's nice to have a new member. Welcome, Debbie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bless. There we go then. So, warm welcome to Debbie Jones. If you're on here, fabulous. We're going to have a bit of fun. I've just plopped our little owl on with truffle. Welcome to the club. Have we got a secret handshake? You know, and do all that, do we? Bless you, you know. Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll just do that, innit? Yeah, there you go. That's the Debs. There you go. Right then. So, we've got movement on there. I like a bit of movement. Now, I do want to just take a little bit of some up. So, let me just play around with. Let's get some ice spruce. I want to keep it quite light. So, distressed oxide. Thank you, new member. Hey, fabulous. Even better, Debs. You are blessed. Right then, let's get a bit of... I like ice spruce. It's one of them. Some people use it, some people don't. It's listed on one page, it's listed on another page. However, it's an ink. I like using it. And Sunday is about using whatever you like. So move your card. Now, don't be shy on putting... Now, you know me. If you put a big blob of colour down, don't panic. You have not spoilt your card. Far from it. You're just giving yourself more scope to move the ink. That's the way I see it anyway. You've given yourself creative license to go wild in the aisles. When you hear the beep, beep, beep. I remember that. I used to love watching that many moons ago. Ah, dear man. Oh, dear, the joys of old stuff, eh? Morning, Chris. Oh, there's no such word as late in here. You should know that by now, folks. Just say hello and be done. No apologies needed at all. Let's just bring that down here. There we go. Oh, nicey. Look at that. Now, obviously, we want to put a bit of brown in to bring this together with our gorgeous owl. So, we're going to start with brown. Let's have a look. I'll tell you what. Let's start with a bit of brushed corduroy. Liking the ice spruce is good, you know. Happy Sunday to thee. So, let's build up some colours now. More of a background going on here, because in my head, I've got a bit of a background wanting to happen. Now, if you don't want to intrude on Mr. Owl, or you're not comfortable or confident, you can either put a sticker stencil over the top, cut to the size, or you can get yourself some masking fluid. I personally don't care. So if I come over onto it, I'll just bring it into the owl anyway. They are. That'll save everything. Look at that. So don't worry about it. Okay, so let's just want to dance that over. Quite like that dancing with the old what's it? So that's brushed corduroy, coloured that sort of. Hello, Jodie, new subscriber. Oh my gosh, you're joining me all today. Boom, in the room. Hi, sending you love. There you go. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you for joining. I hope you find this useful. Anything, just give us a shout, and if I can't answer you, somebody on here will. So I have just dabbed my brush into truffle. Same brush. It's obviously brown. Do not dye. We mix and match here. Well, I do. You know, and if you're one of those diehards that don't like mixing and matching, that's fine. You know, I like to spend my money on stamps and stuff, not different brushes for different colours. I like to utilise my my money well. Bless you. We've got sort of a very layered look. I'm liking the layers. We need to pop him out though, definitely. So what I have got to be careful on, oh bless you, there's going to be lots of water splatters going on with this, as you do. But when you stamp with an element and add water, obviously you're going to just get that poof. I suppose it's like the sepia look and stuff like that, you know, things that have been going around a long time. There's nothing unusual, nothing new to this at all, but it's what you want to do. Now, if you wanted to take away more of this ink without taking away the image, you're going to blot it off with water. If you put bleach on it, you're going to bleach the actual image away. We end up with a floating head maybe, which wouldn't look too well for Mr. Owl, but it might do. Again, it's up to you. So my little envisage here, so I just want to blend this out now, and I want to focus on this area here. I want it lighter. Now, you can leave it like that with water droplets on it if you wanted to, or you could spray it and blend it into like some mistiness. Again, it's up to you, but I am, because we've done a bit of a splodge here, I'm just going to move this a bit, just around here. But I don't want to go on to the owl because we've already done that. Now, as you can see, I've got the movement going. Let it do its thing. Don't be too quick to dab it off. All right, but then when you're ready, dab it off, yeah? Now, the only thing I've found with me dabbing off with tissue is I don't want to leave the imprint of the tissue behind. Sometimes it's useful, so you have to go on it again, sort of thing. Now, here's too much for me, so I just want to... Morning, Kim. Are you using watercolour card? I am using, I will show you what I'm using. I'm using the Lavinia Multifarious Smooth Supreme 350 GSM card. It's a very smooth card. It's not watercolour as such, but it holds water very well. I have got watercolour card around here somewhere, and I can use it if need be. So I want to just blend that out because it was just a bit too harsh lined for me there. So all I'm going to do now, just to soften, is I'm just now going to just dab into that, because now look how that's going. It's going a lot, bless you, it's going a lot lighter in that background. So now we've got that lovely effect where we've got the owl focused and we've already got that gorgeous background. There's so many different things that's going on in my head now which I could do with this background, but I'm going to stick with my original plan. God help us. Oh dear. There we go. Now, you can always tell it's good quality card because the amount of water I've put on, although I've got a little bit of, that's off here where it's been, it's dry. All right. So get to know your card. Even if you sit and spray, put a bit of ink, even if it's only on a bit of scrap, play around with it first. Because the last thing I want you to do is do something you go, oh my God, I love it, and then squirt to your heart's content and it falls apart. I mean, I can move this around and everything, yeah? So you use a good quality card that you know that you can do and play around with. You ain't going to go wrong. Right, now, so I want to put something, pink, yeah, definitely. Share away on here. I'm not precious. I'm not precious on what company or whatever. If it's something where we can all share or save or whatever, share. You know, because it's an expensive game that we're in. Crafting supplies are like, they are expensive. You know, I'm not gonna turn around and say, oh no, please, you know, blah blah blah. No, it's expensive. Okay, so look at that now. Now that looks, I mean, I'd be happy with that just like that and whack a nice sentiment. But let's let's put a little bit of something in the background. I do want something, and I like this tree. So this is the, let's get this again. So it's the winter ash medium tree. I was also going to look at the pine twin tree, and then this cluster tree cluster, sorry. I like that, but it's quite a small stamp, but it might actually work. Do you know something? I think, do you know, let's do that as well. Let's try this one first, because I like this little bit of something, but I don't know whether I don't actually want to use that. I just want the tree bit, and I want it as a background. Can you see where I'm going with this now? Can you sort of get, we've got sort of a backgroundish look here. So let's have a play. And it's going to be down to how we're going to sort of blend that background out, because we need to colour him in as well. We need to bring him forward and pop him, and I also need to have a little bit of oomph with that. So I don't know, which tree shall I use? Come on, you can choose. Shall I use the winter ash, a forest in the background? Lovely. So which one, because I don't know whether the two are going to work. So is it either winter ash or the tree cluster? First comment I see will choose. I'll just catch my breath while I'm waiting. So there's a little delay. Yes, Ash. There you go. Ash has chosen. So that's it. No more comments. Well, no more comments about trees anyway. So let me put that one out the way. We'll leave that to another one. Tree custard. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So blend it into there. Blend it into. We maybe can use the two. So I want it to be permanent. He's not permanent. We can always put him down as permanent, but I like him not. The background though I want to do, right? However, we've chosen, it's always the first one. You have to be quick off the mark with me, because whatever comment I see first happens. But then if I can play around with the rest, I will. Right then, so let me get some VersaFine Clay. So let's see what we got. We have got, oh, I'll tell you what, I've just seen a nice, what's that one? Because I think that one will work. Okay, Acorn will go with the colour theme. See, so the theme that we're going with that, let's bring it together. I think the fallen leaves may be with the cluster. So we may be able, yeah, we'll put that over there with that. But this one, we're going to use this. Now then, let me get a bit of scrap. Looking for scrap. There we go. Scrap it in. There we go. Bit of scrap. Now then, because I want to sort of start about there, I think. So, as I say, VersaFine Clay is permanent. So, once it's dry, it ain't going anywhere. And I want to use this because of that reddish sort of colour. And I'm not sure whether... I don't want the cut-off line on this. So, I'm probably just going to wipe it away a little bit. So, I might be using first, second, third generation. I'm not sure yet. But let's see what we get. Let me have a look how it looks. Yeah. Me like that. Okay, yeah. Let me bring it down a bit. So when you're stamping, you have not, don't worry about the lines, we'll blend all that out in a minute. You can just see from that it's all about, like, look at your colour choice maybe. I like the way that's blocked in. And I just want just a little bit of something just here maybe. Yep. No, I'm not too worried about his ear. We can sort his ear all out. I can bring that down, bring it up, blend it out. So as long as you understand what your colours are doing and how you can work them, don't worry about little bits. This is where I'll show you now, where we can bring it all together. So let's just clean that, put that over there. I'm being ever so good today. My goodness me. Right then, let's stick that on there. So I say to myself, we're not losing anything. But that's a really good stamp, because you could also do that as a nice little bushes and that, which I have done. And I'm going to utilise now these trees behind. So you get both, best of both worlds, it looks like today. It's whether or not, let me just, let's pop that one out the way. So that's Acorn. Let's put Acorn up there. So I'm going to do fallen leaves with this one. Now I am just going to be a little bit mindful of, I'll tell you what, let me just take off. So there is a clear wrapping with these mounts. Let me put it up there so I don't lose it. Very good. Block. there it is. You know, when you're looking for something and it's right there all the time. Shocking. Okay, so again, I'm going to use permanent ink, and let me just load it up. Now, I'm going to load it. Yeah, so I've loaded the whole lot, as you can see, even down to the bottom. Now, I've just got to realise, because I've got nothing to go off, where it is. So I'm going to start about here, and I'm going to bring it down slightly off the paper. And let me get the sanding block. And again, if I'm not happy, I know I can add little bits in. Oh yeah, I quite like the depth on that. Now I can put some nice white highlights into that. So we've got another layer. That'll actually work. Could do well with black on that actually. But it's all right, we've gone with this. In fact, I'll tell you what, let me just... So I've just put fallen leaves on, and I'm just going to go over it slightly with black. Why ever not? Now this is an old one. I'm nervous. Honestly, me either. I'm just playing the game now. Playing the game. It's all part of the fun. Trust me. There we go. Okay. So you've got to sort of have an idea in your head where the stamp is. And this is the only thing that puts me off buying more rubber stamps. Yeah, okay. I can see that now. I can bring out the white on that and the actual depth of the piece. So you've got a reference picture, which is great. But like you say, when you've not got anything to go off, that's why a lot of people find the rubber stamps just a little bit overwhelming. It's just knowing where, you know, when you look at your picture, it's knowing where everything is. So, you know, I'll just play guessy. And whatever happens, happens, because, you know, it's only ink and paper. Nothing major. You know, we're not going to cause anything major in the world if we cross over. I mean, if you are doing a really delicate piece, then, you know, different kettle of fish, because, you know, it's a piece of artwork that you're doing for either somebody, friend, family, foe, whatever. But if you're just playing around like I am, again, we're just playing around. So let me get a nice brown for starters. Let me have a look what's in the pot. Let me move these out of the way. Let's shift that. Let me get a bit of space. Let's have a look. Oh, I'll tell you what, we could put one of them moons in there. Let me put a moon on. See, the picture's coming together nicely now. Now then, let's have a look. Do we go? I think this, yeah, the small one will be better. Cut my ribbon close. Yeah, exactly. See, sharing's caring. You know, Diane, it's the best way of doing it. I've got a lot of old stuff I have cut up, if I'm honest with you, but some of the newer stuff I have left as it is, and I'm just trying to gauge basically, and that's what it is. You know, and it's unfortunate that we have to say that, but that's the whole thing with polymer. You can see what you're doing, because look at that, I've stamped it and I can see what I'm doing. That's the difference. Like, then where do I want this moon? I quite like that. Okay, let's pop Mr. Moon. Let's pop him about there, actually. There you go. I do like putting red rum onto UTEE to make embellishments. There you go. Tips away. That's what it's all about. So let's do a couple of turns on that. Let's try and make sure we're lining up, and let's just do a double press, just so we give that little extra oomph in the moon. So the moon was lovely as it was as a first generation, but then just turn it, and just as a second generation, it just gives you that little bit of added depth. So there you go. And you can always put you know, a mask over that if you want to play around with it. I'm just going to play around, full stop. It's one of them with me. I'll just go with it. So let's pop that back in its little wrapper. So I'm doing ever so well. I'm not losing anything at the minute. So maybe I've said that in haste. But yeah, the ashtray, the medium, when I brought it, it was £5. Well worth it, because you can do that. That make lovely, you know, if you just use the top of that, lovely backing of a hedgerow that would make. Absolutely. So I'm just going to put these over here. Down on the floor they went. Okay, so let's actually play around with what we've got now. So we've got an owl who's the forefront of the picture. Let me blend them in first of all. So brown, let's have a look. Dark brown, maybe that might be too dark. Let me just have a look. Yep, too dark. always do a little dot, mid-brown, yeah, mid-brown will work. We'll do mid-brown it is. Right, so I just want to bring this here. So where we've got our beautiful, lovely owl, let me just bring him back up, because obviously he was watercolour, so me putting this on is not going to cause any problems. And all I want to do now is just go over, so I'm not altering what the artist has put down in stamps, I'm just bringing some of those branches back up. That's all I'm doing. So I'm looking at a couple of little lines here and there, and all I'm doing is just colouring that little bit in. Just wiggly move, you know me, my wiggly movements. But then I will also go in with an oxide in a minute and just play around with that. And because it's water based, what I like about the Zig or any other water base, if you get yourself a lighter colour, let me get, what's this one? Cool grey. Yeah, nothing to it. So I'm now going to utilise that as a blend. So that brown I've just put on, we'll play around with it a little bit here and a little bit there. And then that can just give you a little bit of depth in that tree. There's always something. So now that's blended quite nicely and it's not damaged the colour. And that's what I like about these. You can play around with different things. Now here we've got the back of the ash and then we've got the cluster coming forward. Now I'm thinking maybe a bit of snow on that. Snow's always a good way of like hiding or playing around with different things. But as we're going now, I want to start colouring in. Let me move things out the way. I feel like I'm losing my place again. Let's put them there. Right then, let's get some colours. Starters, let's get these gorgeous eyes in because I want him to pop out. Now, when you do an eye, they always say it's a window to your soul. So bear that in mind when you're doing our gorgeous owl. I love eyes. So I'm going to do the pupil as obviously jet black. Again, you haven't got to if you don't want to. You can do it whatever colour that you want. And obviously I'm going to put some white highlights into that. But the owl I'm going to try and keep quite traditional. And I just want to lift him out the piece. And if he's not lifting as much as I want him to, then I'll get the zigs on him. So with the owl, let's think about colours. Obviously browns. Depends on the owl as well, because we've got some reds here. That'll go with the piece. Do we put a bit of highlights in it? Let's do a bit of a goldish yellow maybe. So let's play around with those colours. I'm sure in here somewhere I should have a dark brown. But you know when you're looking for something you can't find it? He's alive. He's got eyes anyway. Now to bring him alive, keep your lighter colour so you can start popping him out. And all I want to do here is just give him some highlights. And I'm being quite aggressive with the pigment down here because if I want to move this around with a water and a brush, I know that these colours are really going to pop out. So you just want to just bear that in mind when you're putting your colour down. So this is normally white here with the owl, and around this area is like a light grey. And then I'm just going to blend that down. But on here, again, just here and there, just on the highlights, let's put a little bit of yellow on. Let's complement that colour over here so it looks like we've got them highlights coming through. And always just try and move your colours together. So this reddish brown, if you're unsure how it looks, put it down first. I mean, I've just picked some random colours up. These might not work, they might work. But again, it's trial and error. Whatever I do on one side, I'm going to try and mirror it the other. Now I want to put some black in. Just on here and here. So this is roughly, let's just get his beak. Because he's going to have a bit of a white highlight. It's coming down there. Just where these little bits of, follow what the artist has given us. You haven't got to make it up as you go along. It's there, it's given to us. So just highlight those where you can see those little lines. Highlight them. So already he's coming. We can see our lovely owl. Now if you don't like where that bit of red is, or that reddy brown, get yourself a little bit of black as your under colour. And let's just pull him together. Okay. Love it. I like that. Love him. Woo! I like the way that you're pulling him together. Right, let's get some white in here. Play around. So I am using Love. I like the other Love actually, Chris. Let's do it properly. The Uniball Signo Broad. Now, as I've always said, this is the pigment ink. Brilliant this stuff is. Best white out there. So let's pop him together. Let's get those eyes popping. Now there are sort of anti-bleed whites that you can use out there. And what I would say is let's just dot it around here. Just to give those little highlights. You know, those just like little, when you like look at light reflections. Like I say, I'm no Van Gogh, but just pulling out little bits here and there really helps. Just little differences. And it just brings it alive. You know, so at the end of the day, there's very minimal stuff going on there, but he's coming out. He's coming out, bless him. So I'm going to use this sort of goldy brownish colour. And again, just here and there. Because all I'm going to do in a minute is just get some water and just move this all around. That's all I'm going to do. Hello, Diane. Just let you see, you look up at the wrong time and you get something different else. Right, pale grey. There we go. A little bit of a pale. I got Picasso. Well, I've lost my ear hole then. Fabs. Thanks for that. Now, as I said, because now I'm using a grey, but you can use it as a blend as well. So don't ever think you got to stick to one colour. I like the fact that I can move all my ink around with this if I want it. And there is no sort of, nothing difficult. Now you see how it's moved that around? Yeah? Looks like that the owl is certainly popping. Well, his eyeballs am anyway. Let's bring the rest of him together though. So we need to put some more whites into places. So wherever I'm blending and moving around now, because it's watercolour pencil, bear in mind I'm using this light grey, pale grey, sorry, it's a 097 on the Zig. All I'm going to do now is just move these around. Okay. Let's put that over here. So you've got that red down here. Remember, if I said if you didn't like it, you can move it. This is the time to move things around now if you don't like it. Let's bring that in. Because here I want to put is a grey. So we've got black around here, so let's bring that in. So black will also move because the black was a watercolour pencil. So bear that in mind when you're moving stuff around where your colours are. I've not touched any of this because I like the way his face comes out. And there you go. We've got back to our colour again. So we've not done any damage at all to this. Now, white. We can put this white down. Let me just blob it on. There we go. Okay. Now if you get yourself a brush, let's get me a bit of tissue. So that's wet, it's damp. And all I want to do is move it. So before it dries, because when it dries it's permanent, just start moving it around. So you're now getting that lighter colour down. And if you've got like picket fence white, you can put that on if you want. But if you want to be very delicate where things are going and highlights and stuff like that, again, just do it that way. Or let me just try and let's have a look. I'll tell you what, where's the white in here? So we've got the white in the Mondelez. So I'm pressing quite hard, quite harshly down, and we're just getting that sort of, it's not a clear white because we've got that brown underneath, but it's actually giving me that grey look that I'm sort of wanting. Yep, so that's pulled out his it's fine. I mean, we could have turned this into a snow owl, really, couldn't we? It'd look very pretty as a snow owl. So let's just put a bit of white over here. And again, there's no, you haven't got to worry in anything fantastic, really. Because if you don't like it, when you put white splodges on it, it goes brilliant. Now I want to, let's add a little bit of something down here. So I'm back on this again. Now where we put those clusters, I can see some like little highlighted areas. So I just want to very lightly, just here and there, just bring some lines down. Now the only thing with this pen is it does sort of stop and globs up, or however we're going to say it, but it never gives you a true line. And when you're doing highlights, look how well that works with the moon and that. So if you use it to your advantage, if you want to do it like glistening through the trees sort of thing, or if you want to sort of highlight just little areas, you can do that. But again, I just want to pull that bit up. I just want to make sure everything's glistening really well with his eyes. Windows to the soul. I mean, if you want to put a little bit here and there, you can do. Especially where that reflection of light would be hitting him, which would be the top part up here. And again, you can move it around with your fingers, all right? Yeah, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I've got quite a few Winsor & Newton bits and pieces, if I'm honest. I've actually got Winsor & Newton paint set. Where is that? It's somewhere. Oh, is that it? Is that my Winsor & Newton? There you go. I've got Winsor & Newton paint set, and I love this. To be fair, if I can open it, yeah. It's well loved, is this. I love watercolours. I love the depth that you can get with the movement. I love very loose stuff. So yes, I do use different mediums, as you can see. Let me get that over there. Let's put that. That's probably where it should be. But yeah, might use that one of the days and have a bit of a watercolour session. But yeah, anyway, let's pop this little devil. Let's just pop some white. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get some splashes on. Where is Sylvia? I don't know. See, she's always missed when she's not about. She doesn't realise. Okay, so that gives us Mr. L forefront looking here. Let's blend him into the piece. So let's go back. Let's get some oxides back out. Now we used brushed corduroy and some truffle. So let me go into the browns now. Ooh, what should we use? I'll tell you what. We'll use walnut stain. Just make it have a proper. Yeah, definitely. Kim, you're very, very true on that. Gives a fabulous effect. Right, so walnut stain. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to come around Mr. L. I want to blend him into the trees now. I want to bring him into the piece. Because lo and behold, I am going to put some water splatters on this just to bring the whole piece together without having that sort of harsh, there's a bit sort of thing. And again, just a total different way. Now, when you start adding this colour up here, and we've got that light blend, keep using your brush and take away your light. Those lines will fade. Okay, so don't think, oh, crumbs, I've ruined it. I love it when people think that. You never ruin a piece. You can always save it. But when you've got those lines there that are happening, just keep going. Keep blending in the same place and you will take them away. It does take a bit of practice, don't get me wrong. You know, it's not something that's like bam, done. You know, but again, practice makes perfect with anything that we do. And that's what this is all about. We're here to learn different techniques so you can grow as an artist. Because you're all artists in your... Haha, called dibs for Sylvia. Fair play then. Oh, look at that. That's friendship. I love it. So let's pop a few water splashes. So I'm just going to put some basic water on. I ain't got the bleach out yet. I'm going to see what this looks like first. Honestly, I love you guys. Fabulous. I don't know, she hasn't even got to be here and she's causing carnage. Love it. Oh, let's see what that gives me. If it doesn't give me what I want, then it's going to end up with a bit of bleach on it. And like I always say with bleach, it's not everybody's favourite thing, you know, so bear that in mind. Let me just dab it off a little bit. Let's see what we got. Maybe. So lifting it off is lifting the pigment out. Agatha's called dibs. Oh, dear me. I love you lot, honestly. Right, let's see what you're seeing. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to put a little bit of bleach on. That's just because I just want it a little bit lighter in places. Now, this is my trusty bleach that I've been using forever. And it's just normal household bleach. There's nothing fancy to this. It's not no blooming industrial grade or anything like that. It's not Domestos. It's just a cheap supermarket brand bleach. Now, I love the fact when you put bleach on brown, you got that pink back colour. Oh, love it. Now, look at that. Now, I don't want to go on Mr. Owl because he's gorgeous as he is. But let's just play around with that. Just around that little bottom bit there. Okay. Sylvie's probably on the naughty bench. Oh, I've got a better let her out the cupboard, haven't I, sugar? Bless her. She'll be shouting at me. She will be. Now then, I'm going to bring that in. I've lost what I liked there. So let me just play around. So whatever's on my brush will get there now. But I like the way that's looking. So let me just, like I say, whatever's on my brush. And I'm just going to put a little bit more of that brush core dry on. Oh, well, she's locked in. I suppose I better let her out, really, hadn't I? Crumbs. She'll be cussing me. Okay. Come on, Sylvia. Out you come, sweetie. Come on. You're allowed out. People are asking for you. She's on her way. Oh, you lot love it. Right, so I'm just going to get a little bit of a blend of colour now and just bring this in. Just in that bottom bit there. Because just remember that we've just added another colour on top. And let's just get that colour blended in. So Mr. Owl now really does pop out lovely, doesn't he? Nice sentiment would go nicely there. But I tell you what I do want. What do I want? What I really, really want. It's not a zig-a-zig-ar either. Let me get me a little bleach. Now then, bleach. Like I say, now if you suffer with any sort of breathing or anything like that, make sure you're either in a well-ventilated room or you don't use it. It's dead simple. I use it because I'm over 50. I'm breathing all right, and I'm doing okay. So all I'm doing is I'm going over my moon with bleach and water, and I am just taking away any colour that was there. Just caught that. Yeah, damn right, girl. Told you she's on her way. I allowed you out the cupboard. People are asking for you. They're even calling dibs for you. Honestly, it's just getting shocking now. What timing, Sylvia? I couldn't have wrote that any better myself. I love it. Oh, dear me. Right then, so that's, she's out. Now, if you wanted to put some cloud in the background, you can put a little bit of, let's get it. So let me telling you about it. Let's get it. Pan pastel. Let's get a brush. There we go. So if you want to put a bit of cloud on, this is my friend when it comes to hiding any sort of errors, highlights, or clouding. So let's have a look. Let's, for instance, you ain't really going to see much on here because it's quite light. But if you wanted to just gently put a little bit here or there. Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. So you need a fair bit on there. And again, fixing. Everybody's got different ways about fixing. Again, you do what you're happy with. Hairspray, fancy fixidant spray, no spray. I don't care. It's totally up to you. All right. I ain't here to tell you what to do. I am just thinking maybe just a little bit of, just a little bit. Look at that. Let's just put a little bit, and I'm going to move that with my finger. Don't want it too. Yeah, just a little bit. Let's just bring it in. There we go. Because I don't want to take away. But yeah, he looks gorge. Right then, so now if I just want to bring him out just a little bit so we can see. I know he blends in nice, but some people want to have that sort of, I want to see the owl. And if that is the case, just get your black. Only a little bit here and there. And just go around. Now, if you're comfortable with an outlining pen, you could go around this with an outlining pen if you desire. just to lift him out, okay? And if you're really comfortable, just on that back bit there, let me just blend out. Let me get a brush. There we go. So that's just water now, just water. And all I'm doing, just when I put that black, I just want to just move that out a little bit, and I just want to move around some of that ink. So let me just, let's just pop that down, just while it's still a little bit wet. And it's great because things move, yeah, when it's wet. On your smidgen, put it on your hand, take off the water so it's more or less a dry brush, but just blend that off into those trees. And now look how that has lifted that back. And if you want to just take some of the brown in, you can just take some of that brown in if you wanted to. Different browns, different contrasts. The black if you wanted to, just bring it around here and there. And again, all you're doing, I've got a little bit of water on my brush, nothing major, and we're just putting that through. And if you don't want to do that, then just get your, just pop that bit of colour that you've got on. There's nothing on there, just whatever is left. And all you want to do then is just take just that little bit of movement, a dampish brush, and it'll move it through so it blends for you. But that's pulled him out nicely. Same here. Again, if you want to just take that harsh black that you've put down and you want to just pull it around just a little bit, do it. Now I can see, let me just dry that off. I can put a little bit of mist in there with the pan pastel. Let me just dry that for you, and then I think he's done then, and we can have a go on that other one. Whatever not. That was for something that I didn't know what I was doing. That's turned out, I had something totally different in my head, but I like what it's turned out. It's a very cute card, if I say so myself. Oh, I can just feel a bit of dampness there. So make sure your card is fully dry before you start layering upon layering and upon layering, etc, etc. But for somebody who likes owls, or you know, sort of spiritual, that would make a lovely card for somebody. Right, let me just let's reopen it. You are making this. Oh, bless you. What? Sorry. What? Okay, Trudy, what would you struggle with, my darling? Let me try and help you through that. So, what bit would you struggle with? Don't say all of it, because you can re-watch the tutorial. But if there's anything particular that you'd like me to maybe just go over a little bit more for you, then I have no problem in doing that, sweetie. Because that's what we're here for, to help each other. Well, that's why I'm here anyway. So let me know anyway. Even if you want to PM me, sweetheart, you're more than welcome to. All right. So I'll mat and layer that later. I'm not going to do it now because time is to show you not how to mat and layer a card. But however, if somebody does want to know how to mat and layer, let me know and I'll do that. But let's crack on with another little card while we're waiting. What have I done there? Oh, a 6 and a 4 brush. Let's whack them in the water. Right, let's move pencil out the way so we're not using the same stuff. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of something. Why ever not? Let's put that down there. Fabulous. Right, so there's one card. And then this is off the same. So it's off the same. So this is that stencil. So we have used, don't forget to make memories. We've used the flower. There's your flower. There. We've used that part there as a corner. There's your wording. And then the owl, we popped him on there. Okay. So at the minute we've used Sweet Poppy stencil stamps and Stampscapes. Okay. So we're mixing and matching. We're mixing and matching. So I'm going to let that dry there, just so he's looking at me. I'll tell you what, he's a very much a cutie. I need to just put a little bit of orange in his beak though. Let me just put a little bit of, let me just bring it. That's better. You know, when you look and you just think to yourself, oh, just need to do a little bit of something. That's it. Let's just bring him. So that looks more, do you get it? Hopefully you do. Let me just put a little undershadow on that bit. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully you've got that anyway. Yeah. I might just tweak it here and there, but you obviously what you see is what I'm not going to tweak it so you think, oh, crumbs, that's not the same picture. I'm not like that. Right then, okay. So let's turn it over. Okay, so a little cardlet. We could have this on somebody. I find this particular design very tattooy. I was a tattoo artist for over 15 years, and there was a certain style of tattoos we class this as old school. So there's a certain colour scheme to an old school tattoo, and again, I want to put down colour, but I also want to move it. So I want you to get used to your moving stuff with water. I don't want it to be such a taboo thing where you think to yourself, I don't want to do that. I'm scared to do that. You know, if I do that, this is going to happen. Load of nonsense. Let's play around. You know, let's give you confidence, because what am I using here? Am I using that? Yes, I am. So this is the B7 350 GSM, and it's a multifarious card, so I know that it's going to hold a lot of water. If I've got time, which I'm running out of, I will do a watercolour card. However, on this particular occasion, let's play around with this. So, watercolour pencils. Now, you could do pencils and you can do zigs. So, let's get some colours with zigs as well. So, again, because this is liquid, it will move your pencil around. So if you use something of the similar colour, it will blend it for you. So that's where being sort of clued up, playing around with your stuff. Oh, there we go. Excuse me, that's better. I need a sharp end. It will actually help a lot when you're, blending out. Now, I want to blend out into an orange. Let's have a look what I've got in oranges. Oranges. When you're colouring, always have a selection of colours to blend out to. Do not just do one red and just colour it in like there's nothing to it. In fact, I'm going to start with a lighter colour. Now, harsher on the end, lighter coming in, yeah? So, harsher on the end, lighter coming in. Let me just show you that. So you've got a harsher colour there, so you can go over it several times, then just drag it down, yeah? So we've got plenty of colour here, and just drag it down. Don't worry if you go over lines. We're using water. It hides it, honestly. Do not worry. And yellow makes a fabulous highlighting tool when you use a red. Now, obviously on the stamp, you've got this black area here, and I like that because that gives me that dark spot. Remember how I talk about how you've got different spots? So that's your dark spot. So you can do a dark red or even a black. So again, you've got to just utilise what you feel's there that you want to use. So from that yellowish colour, I now want to bring in like a bit of an orange. Now, we will blend this in a second. I just want to lay down where I'm wanting the colour to go. So don't worry if it looks patchy. Water will blend this in. And I always say trust the process, because that's what you have to do. You know, I can't say it enough. When you're using watercolour pencils, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can leave it like this as a colouring in piece. But utilise what you've got, and you'll blend it, and the blend will be fabulous. So I'm moving around different places now, because when you look at a rose will have a lot of different colours in it. It won't be just a red rose. Same as a poppy. Same as, I don't know, bluebells. Yeah. So where I've got that darker bit now, all I'm doing is being mindful of that bit there. Where we've got that darker bit, I just want to pop down a bit of additional. There we go. And you can see I really ain't being fussed about how this is looking at the minute. Now I am going to just really give that a big blob of colour. And I'm going to go more of this yellowy there. And I just want to blend them edges in. So it's like looking really sort of, ooh, okay. So let's put a bit more of a darker red. Now the red is the prominent colour, so just when you add water to this, the red is going to literally take over. So if I add water to this, I'll always add the water to the red last, because it'll just turn everything red. Unless that's the look that you're going for. And if it is, then, you know, there you go. There. Okay, so I want to add a little bit of water to that now, and it is going to be just water. And I'm going to get my number 4 brush. Let's bring it over a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a bit off on my hand. So there is water on the brush, but nothing major, because remember what I said about how that colour will sort of play the game with you. But all I want you to do now is just run over everything and just blend it in. Now you can go over it in one go if you want. And if there's anything you don't like when you do this, you can put water on it to take it off. And the best thing is, if you really don't like it, we'll put some bleach on it and take it off. Because doing it this way, you can actually take the colour off if you need to. Just put a little bit more water there. There we go. Let's bring it around. So now that sort of doing the colours like blocky, but then moving the colour around has given you that sort of different depth and different tones. That looks quite old schoolish now. So let me just put that over there. Let me just dry that off a minute. And that's the thing with layers. So that was another practice one I had to go on. So well, we all practice and play around, you know. I ain't shy to show you. Right then, so I just want to just come around these edges now. So the colour I'm using now is nothing. I'm using the bleach. So I'm just moving that ink around, and I'm putting only a light bit on. And it's took it down. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's took it down lovely as a sort of, I wouldn't say it's like a flat layer, but it's took it down enough for me to layer it again, which I think is fabulous. Love it. Perfect. Perfect. Let me just rinse my brush out. Ta-da. Okay. Right, and while that's drying off, I'm going to get some green on here now. So green, I like to use, where's my nicey greeny? I like this green, I like this green, and I like this green. So that's not sort of a greeny green, but I do like, and I might add some like yellows in and that, and then a darker green. But you've got the lines on here again, you can sort of bring them in. I'll tell you what, let me balance this up on this side. Now I'm just going to I'm literally going to put water over this in a minute, especially on the green, because I want that to sort of splodge around the card now. Because when you look at it, it's like very flat at the minute, and I don't do like flatty flat images. So even on that owl, I might still add splodges on it yet, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll have a look how it's dried off and see what it looks like. Right, so I just want to put some harsh colour there. And put plenty down. Don't be shy. Put pressure on your pencils when you're using them, because if you're not putting the pigment down to move it. And it's such a shame. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's a very nice colour. Ooh, let's put a bit of that on. So that's going to add a little bit of interest now, because that's sort of like a bluey green, tealy-esque. Me like. Yes, very much. Okay, let's put that, let me run through the middle. And again here. So let's just pull that through, because that's going to give a lovely tone to the greens when you put water on it. There we go. Okay. Now then, I'm just going to put another little bit of red on here. You know, just on that dot. So I just want to smooth out now. And I suppose this is the only thing when you're doing a piece like this. It's all about the patience of you sort of putting stuff down, maybe being comfortable with where you're putting it down, how it's gone down on the paper. You know, are you happy with how it looks? If you're not, my thing, put water on it, add a splodge, and there you go. Ta-da! It looks so much better with a bit of water to it. Right, so now I know that red, the green, and this beautiful. It's like a teal. Oh yeah, would you say it's a teal colour? Again, the camera in this doesn't give you the true colour that I can see. But anyway, let's have a look. Let's play. So water. Here we go. Oh yeah. Now bear in mind we sort of moved. Oh yeah, I like it. So no. Oh yes. I like that. That is nice. That is very nice. Okay. Let me see. Right, let me just dab that a little bit. Yeah. So where you get the water going on those edges, that's where your weakness of your card will be. So just remember that. And we've got that lovely sort of purpley colour that's coming off there. Let's get some heat to that. Now, just to let you know, I've lost the comments. Why, I don't know. I don't know why it does this to me, but hey ho. Damn and all that. So sorry, we've lost comments. It lasted for so long, which was nice. So I've got that lovely misting effect there, and I've just got to get these colours up here done. And I want to do them in quite a lightish colour. Now I like the way that that's got movement to it. If you can see the movement around that. So let me just dry that off. Let me get a fresh bit of paper so we can see where we're at. Look at this. I'm so prepared for this paper nonsense today. Goodness me. Go. Woohoo. Woohoo. I'm surprising myself so much today. Right, I've got quite a vibrant yellow. I mean, that's proper. So we've got a little bit in the corners there. Now then, different yellow, maybe like a goldy yellow. Yeah, just for that. So just so now that different colour gives you shadows, it gives different depth, gives your imagination a little bit of kick. Yeah, okay. And then in the middle, I'm really going for it now. I'm just going to put, it's going to be dark, but I do want to put another colour on it, so don't worry about it. However, I want to put water on that now. So the yellows, that purple, I want the movement, which it's just starting to do nicely. And I want it to go over there. Yes, that's where I want it. Fabulous. Let's get the heat on it. So everything's got a bit of a blend on the go. Let me just dab off that. Fabulous. Okay. There we go. Perfect. So we've got that nice blend now from the yellow. We're going into the rose. Don't forget to make memories. Now, I want to put something that's going to make a memory on this. I want to put some splodges on. Now, I want to do it black because with tattoos, I think sometimes harsh is nice. Now, again, you can go over things if you want, pull them out different ways. But I just want to give some splatter onto this. Now, I'm not adding any other water on. I'm just going to do a straight splat on. So I'm hoping it gives me a nice splat. So let me just take it over here a minute. I'm just going to tap off over here and try it first to see what it's giving me. Because I don't want like little tiny bits in it. Oh, that's nice. Okay, we've got nice splatters. Okay, here we go. Yes. Look at that. Very tattooy. Love it. And I am going to just take some of these splats into... Right, I'll show you. Let me let it dry. Don't over it. So with a tattoo look has got a certain look with certain splodges, certain movement. Let me just dry this off because I don't want to put my hand in and move black splodges. So you can do one or two different things now. You can go in with your uni ball You can go in with it with, if you're going to go with the Posca, it's going to have to be a fine one. This one is a 5M. It's got too thick a ball end for me to do what I want to do now. I want to be very, very delicate, and I want to add, let me just bring this to you so you can see. Now you can put gold splashes on or anything like that if you wanted to, but I just now want to pull, like here for instance, I want to do a little bit of a bigger splodge on that. I know that there's a bit of an area here I want to just bring in, just to do some bigger watercolour splodges. That's nice on there, so I want to take it out just a little bit here, maybe on this end here. I just want to bring it, so just here and there, and they haven't got to be round circles. It could be a little splodge here, something looking, and if you wanted to, if you're doing it with watercolour, you could then hit it and then let it go again. I like the way this has got some sort of splodging going around it here. So let's bring some just around here with the wording. Let's bring it around here a little bit. Let's take a little bit here. Now I want to get some white on now and just bring out some highlights. Oh, we're proper going for it today, aren't we? Hey? Woo. Let's have a look. Okay, so in the centre of the beautiful flowers here, I'm just going to do some little dots. Just random. Just to pull out that sort of purple. Let's just do a bit around here. I'm not going to believe it, but I've actually got some sort of fireworks going off around by me at the minute. Wow. And I just want to do a little bit of a white highlight. Yeah, there is fireworks. Goodness me. Don't know what they're celebrating now. Dread to think. Wolverhampton's always celebrating something. What, I don't know, but there you go. So I just want to bring those little edges, and I'm just here and there, just going to do like a little bit of a sort of a, just so you can just see those little, not on every leaf, but it's just now and again sort of thing. And you'll see, you can see where your paint's gone on. You'll maybe be able to even see. If you're unsure, move it around with your finger. Don't be shy to get messy. Best part of I don't feel right unless I'm covered. That's just me though. Terrible I am sometimes. Now if you think to yourself, I'm not sure about that, let's have a look. Maybe this colour. Yeah, blend it, like it. I just want that lighter. Sometimes you just need a lighter context. And for me, so if you've got somebody that's gothic style, that sort of twist, put a nice bit of black card behind it. Let me just quickly grab a bit of card. So we have got our gorgeous owl, and then from one stamp, that's what we've got, two totally different cards. Let me just grab a bit of back card, and then let's do a bit of matte and layering. Let's see what we got. We've got oranges and browns. Let's see what we can pull together. I'm going to pick a selection of card, see what we come up with, see what works better or what looks better with one, maybe not to the other. Let's have a look. I haven't got a brown. That's a shame. Let's have a look whether these are any good. Right then. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Obviously, there's going to be some white involved, but I just want to see whether or not that actually goes well with that. And that, yeah, there you go. Sorted. Let me get a bit of white now. Let's get some white card. We're on a roll. Sausage roll, folks. Sausage roll. Okay, let's see what we've got here. There then. Okay, so I have got, let me put that piece of card there, because underneath here, in the depths of the stash box, you only keep going to yourself, oh, I keep putting bits of card down here, and I'm not, I may as well use, instead of using new card, let me just, naughty Lisa and all that. Oh no, I don't know whether to do black first onto white. Yes, I'm thinking that might, yes, that'll work with that. And then that will be the white with the brown. Yes, okay. Let's start with a little card first, because that will be the easier option. Let's shift stuff out the way. Let me get my cutting mat. So this is a self-healing mat that's self-healed that much. Yeah, very self-healing. Might have to send it back to say he's not self-healed himself. There's a hole there. What do you reckon? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I just felt a bit of glue there. Oh, dear me. Right then, there we go. Let's pop. Oh, wrecking the place. So this was a scrap. Well, it wasn't a scrap. I'd done it on one side. Didn't like the way it had gone, or didn't like the position. Turned it over and got that. See? There we go. Right, now I want to do this where we've got a fair bit of card, actually. Because I think, you know what, I think it might just be a case of just the black. We'll see. I think that is very, very, bam, you know, quite a powerful image in its own right, if I'm honest with you. Let's see whether we do need to matte and layer in that context. I'm thinking. Let's have a look. Let's see if... So I'm using the We Are memory layering guide. And to be fair, they are good. Well worth the money if you struggle with straight lines. I struggle terribly. My straight lines are never straight, let's put it like that. And I can never put it down on a card, bang on perfect to get it, you know, perfect. So I really like that. Let me just see if the white is going to give it what I want it to. Do you know something? Yeah, I'm thinking it does. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Maybe just a small smidgen of the white though. Let's have a look. Sometimes you just got to look at the colours that you use. If I'd use different colours on it, it would be a different backing card. And again, you know, utilise what you've got there. You know, if you've only got white card, colour that white card to a colour that matches. So, you know, I used to only buy white card and then colour it, but then obviously you use your ink. So it's sort of one of them, you know, better the devil moments and all that to do. I'm just wondering whether... No, I won't be able to do it. Let me get another ruler. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got on that one. Will it go? No. Okay. 20 million rulers out now to see which one's going to work. So that's the best thing with these. You've got all these lovely little layers. And it's finding the one that'll work. Right, there we go. Found it. Because you've got a set of 3 and each ruler has got different levels. That's where you can sort of build up. Yeah, that's right. Just build up those lovely layers in different ways. So I've probably gone opposite on this, but I think it's very effective with what we've put together today. So I'll keep them for sentiments, and then I will actually bin. Gosh, have you ever heard of that? A crafted bin and stuff. Crumbs. Wow. So that's the one card, which I think looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's have a look at Mr. Owl now. Let's pop these out the way in my pot of whatever. Right then, so I do like him. He's absolutely fabulous. So let's pop him down on... Yeah, I'm going to pop him on the white first, actually. Let's shift this. Why am I letting this harass me? Never let things harass you that don't need to. Take them out of your eye. There's a nice little thing. Move. Simple, isn't it, really? Just shifty. Out of the way. El Movo. El Caputo. Right then, let's pop this down here. Am I definitely going to do that way and that way? Let's have a look. I like the way the red... Yes. I like the way the red brings out the brown, you see. Right then, let's pop this on. So, best gadget this is. The River Company. Begins in A and ends in on. Okay, let's have a look. Let's pop him in the middle, because I'll tell you what, let's pop him that way, because I'm not going to do a great deal, but I can still use a bit of the offcut as a sentiment. And don't worry if you're moving that pan pastel, because it just gives you that nice sort of, I don't know, what can we say it is? Sort of ghosty, misty, murky. You've got the feeling of the card, if you know what I mean. It's one of them, isn't it? Getting all poetic on a Sunday morning is no good for anybody, you know. Right then, we're nearly there. Nearly there. Okay, so bear in mind, we've only used one stamp and we've got 2 totally different cards. I'm liking that. If we had a nice dark brown, that'd be gorgeous, but I love the way that red just pulls out them colours. Now, I mean, if you really want to play the game, you could quite easily put a calendar on this. Let me just pop that across the middle. Why, I don't know. I just had an urge to do that. Let's put that about there. So for me, here, for instance, let me just see where's them little calendar things. Right, so little calendars. You can quite easily put that there, and that would be a Christmas gift to somebody with like with this year's calendar on. I think that would actually be fabulous. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pop that on there. Let me get a bit of glow. Oh, I'll do it in a minute. It's always the best thing with me, isn't it? Let me just, that's going to go there. So this is where I'm going to think about where I want, about there. So if I've got that butted up to there, I know that's butted up to there. This is where I'm trusting the process now. Okay, so that's cut. I can bring that down. I've got a nice edging, so I want a similar sort of edging now. So I'm going to use that smaller one again. So always remembering what you've used where. I'm just trying to carry that theme through so it's all the same. So let me just put my little calendar there. So that's worked out really well. So I've now got a Christmas gift for somebody. Gosh, who would have thought? Making Christmas gifts, eh? Crumbs. There we go. So that could go quite nicely there. We can put some nice little eyelets, some little fancy gems and stuff on. But yeah, look at that. It's a nice Christmas gift, that is. Let me get some glue. So what am I going to use? Let's have a look. What we got? It's going to be a yoo-hoo. 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 Oh dear me. I'm in one of them moods today. Right then, so I'm hoping you've enjoyed this. If you've had the unfortunate thing of a ad, it all helps me. It allows me to give you free content, so please watch it. It just gives me a little bit of something. Nothing major, unfortunately. I am not a millionaire by any means at all. There we go. Let me just stick that down. But yeah, so if you can watch an ad, that'd be brilliant. If you can give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, it just helps. Helps me. Doesn't help me do much, like, you know, but it just helps, you know, in growing the channel and all the rest of it. I will be back on Tuesday with God knows what we're going to be doing. Art inspiration and stamp pages maybe. And then Wednesday is Sweet Poppy, and I'll be directly on their Facebook page, so that'll be on Facebook. And then Thursday will be Lavinia. And then Sunday is a free-for-all. So free-for-all today, we've used Sweet Poppy and Stampscapes. There you go. I'd even forgot what I'd used. Sorry, Kevin. Kevin's an amazing artist, by the way, who designs the stamps. And I'm now excited to have some of his stamps in my collection. So, yes, I can't wait to use more. But those are what we've done today. I'm hoping that you've enjoyed this demonstration. I can't see any comments. I'm really sorry. So if you're saying hello, whatever, thank you. It's good that you're all here supporting me. I really do thank you for that. Tattoo-esque inspired, you know, card topper, whichever. It could be go on a notebook, it could go on a card, it could be just like a gift tag maybe, I don't know. You could even frame it and give it out as artwork to somebody, you know. But look at the movement on that. That's there's plenty of movement. That back colour with the water, don't be shy, start using some more water on your stuff. But yeah, so that's that. And then we've used a lot of different things on here, different stamps, but we brought that owl back to that forefront, which I think is absolutely fabulous. And now we've got a lovely gift for somebody for the new year. It is on straight. It's just how the light. I looked at that then, I thought, oh, that don't look straight. I will make sure it's straight. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed both of them. I'm going to go. I've got to teach somebody in a minute, so I love you all to bits. Thank you so very much for following me. Thank you for supporting me. I will take some photos of these and plonk them out into the world. But thank you. I've really enjoyed your company. I might not have communicated with you much. I do apologise. But I do love you all. So I'll see you all soon. Love you lots. Bye. I'm going to demount now if I can. See you later. Here we go. Yep, I'm going. There we go.